My name's Benjamin O'Neill. I was born in 1977 in a small town called Crawfordsville, Indiana. I was sexually molested from about age 5 to age 10. It led me to question a lot of things, question who I was, my identity. You know, when I got to college, I just fell off the deep end in the party scene, the fraternity life, took me to places that I really shouldn't have gone. My real struggle began when I had ankle surgery. I was 32 years old and I developed a series of infections in my leg, which eventually led to me losing my leg. And because of the severity of these injuries and problems that I had with it, I was put on a significant amount of medication for it and, became very addicted to pain medication and eventually turned to street drugs. I started using heroin to compensate. And it led me to some even darker places. I came to Moultrie broken. I was, dead, mind, body, and spirit, and, lost and confused. I didn't know the Lord. I didn't know myself. I was actually in a drug and alcohol treatment center in Toledo, Ohio, and was researching long-term drug and alcohol treatment facilities and found Turning Point. When I first came to treatment in Moultrie, I was the person that would tell you why God didn't exist. I made it a game. But I remember one day a guy came up to me and, he said, the Lord's after you. And I just laughed at him. I said, okay, whatever you say. And, I'll be darned if he wasn't right. God got my heart, And I don't know what he saw that day, but I'm thankful for it. I really am. I found Heritage early May, I believe. I walked through the door and immediately I was welcomed by a handful of people. I mean, Don Barnett and several other people just rushed me and said, "Oh my goodness, are you new? Welcome." And call it the Holy Spirit, call it what you will, I just felt this love wash over me. And I knew that I was home, that I had found a very special place. I mean, from the second I walked in the door. The positivity that Pastor David and, Pastor Brad, Ben Neiman, other people in the church are shown, and their leadership and their guidance, their friendship has just, it's helped me more than I can even say. God has used Heritage in my life to grow me in this time and to prepare me, I think, for this next step of my life. Actually, the day after we film this, I will be getting on a plane and going to Northwest Indiana and going back to Purdue University to continue my education and see my daughter and my family. And I pray that as I go out into the world, and hope that everybody can help pray with me, that I find some place as loving and as welcoming as Heritage Church, where I'm going. And I'm just so hopeful that I go out there and I get to be a daddy again, and I get to be a professional again, I get to be a student again, and I get to do those things with a clear mind and an open heart and with the love of the Lord. It's, all things are possible through Christ. Going forward, I have nothing but hope. It's all God. He's done it all. And, the 4 words out there: saved, healed, restored, and fulfilled. It's all happening.